Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome to my top 10 best movies of 2016. And by the way, I'm very sorry for the delay on the video. I've been very sick. I've essentially been Jeff Goldblum from the movie The Fly.
I'm scared.
So if I sound a little bit raspy in this video, please forgive me. I might turn into a giant bug at some portion during this video. Don't get scared. Without further ado, let's talk about my top 10 movies of 2016. Topping off the list is Arrival starring Amy Adams, and this isn't her first encounter with an alien life form. Yeah, she made love to that one. Now, as far as Arrival goes, I really love 3/4 of this movie. The first 3/4, the build-up, the suspense. As far as the climax and the payoff, I'm like, yeah. I had a few issues with the ending to the movie, but that's okay because I really enjoyed most of it, and I love extraterrestrial movies. I love encounters with aliens. I've never had one, but I want one. Nice Guys, a nice throwback to 1980s films. I know the movie takes place in the 1970s, but it's made and feels like a 1980s movie. This movie was directed by Shane Black, who wrote some of the best 1980s movies of all time, and maybe, just maybe, I'm a fanboy for buddy cop rated R action movies because they really just take me back to my childhood memories of watching good movies on beta tape that my dad recorded off HBO, and this movie feels like one of those movies I would have watched as a kid. And one of my favorite things about Nice Guys is it doesn't pull back any punches, and it contains one of the funniest scenes I've seen in any film of 2016.
You sure you didn't see another girl?
Nope. You guys want to see my dick?
Nobody wants to see your dick, dude.
$20?
Hell or High Water, a movie about bank robberies in West Texas. One of my favorite film genres are bank robbery / heist films. There's just something about them that resonate with me. This movie stars Captain Kirk Chris Pine, and for the first time ever, I bought into Chris Pine being a really good actor. I bought him as this guy who lives in Texas, and I liked his character because he had to do what it took to get the job done. He was almost an anti-hero in a lot of ways. Well, he was pretty much a criminal, but a nice guy. And then on the other hand, you have Ben Foster, who's just batshit crazy, and I like Ben Foster. He just plays the most insane characters, like, you just feel uneasy around him. And in this movie, Ben Foster essentially plays the same character that he did in 3:10 to Yuma, but I still liked it. And one of the aspects I really enjoyed about this movie is it didn't feel like this big bloated over-the-top action thriller movie. It felt realistic. It felt like if these guys robbed banks, this would probably be the smartest way to do it and get away with it. My only nitpicky complaint with this movie is the way Jeff Bridges talks throughout the entire movie. It's almost inaudible at times. Are you reckon those boys going down here robbing banks? It's very mumbly. I don't know what he was saying, so let's just go to the next movie. Accountant, starring Ben the Batman Batflick, who's now an accountant. Pretty much the title of the movie gives it away. Now for me, the film The Accountant almost had a comic book vibe to it at times. And what I'm talking about is there's times in this movie that it's very, very reminiscent to other comic book movies and characters like Daredevil. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you. In this movie, Ben Affleck has a superior intellect, but he also has a few downfalls. And one of them is he can't focus. At night, he has to turn on a strobe light and take a wooden stick and rub it on his legs just to relax and focus. And for me, when you have a character who's a badass and superior intellect, but he has that one downfall, it's almost like Superman with kryptonite, or Daredevil being blind. And for the most part, The Accountant is an intellectual action movie with some drama sprinkled in there. I really like the way that the movie was shot, and I thought Ben Affleck made a really good accountant. He was almost as good in The Accountant as he was as Batman. So, yeah, The Accountant. Okay, I think this is the one that's going to get the most comments down below. Why? I don't know. People either love this movie or they absolutely hate this movie. And I'll be honest with you, do I think this is the best Star Wars movie ever made? No, I don't, but I enjoyed the movie. It's one of the more enjoyable theater experiences I had in 2016. I almost feel like I have to defend myself when I talk about this movie every single time. I understand that the movie didn't have the best character motivation or logic at times, but when it comes to Rogue One, here's the thing I really enjoy and respect about the movie. This movie was a prequel movie. Its job was to lead us into Episode 4 and build up that pre-existing story to make it even better. And did Rogue One do that? I would say, yeah, it did. I like some of the characters, the ones that were flushed out, all one or two of them. And the droid character K2SO was phenomenal, probably one of the best droids. If I lived in the Star Wars universe, I don't want R2-D2. I don't need that shit. Give me K2SO. I like this guy. And call me a stupid fanboy, I don't care, but that last scene containing Darth Vader was pure badass. It might be complete fan service, but you know what? I'm a fan, so service me. That sounds weird. Let's go to the next movie. The Jungle Book. You have little Mowgli going through the jungle. He befriends a jaguar and hangs out with a bear. Now, The Jungle Book was Disney's latest live-action adaptation from an animated film, and in my opinion, the live-action version is far, far superior than the animated version. And the animals and the CG effects looked phenomenal in this movie. And as far as the voice acting goes behind those animals, I thought they cast some of the perfect actors. For the character of Baloo, you had Bill Murray. Thank you. And then you have the giant orangutan, King Louie, voiced by Christopher Walken. You know, Mowgli, winter's coming, snowy, white. That's a shitty Christopher Walken impression. You knew this shit was making the list. The next one up is Deadpool, Chimmy fucking Chongas. Now, when you break down Deadpool, it had a smaller budget in comparison to other comic book action superhero movies, and I think that simplicity really helped the movie. And let's talk about Ryan Reynolds. He was made to play the character of Deadpool. No, I'm not talking about that shit right here. No. One of my favorite scenes in Deadpool is when he has his little baby hand. It's regenerating. Yeah, a little baby hand. I like it. Hacksaw Ridge, directed by Mel Gibson. Say what you will about Mel Gibson, this man can direct a good movie. He's also a really good actor. I love war films. I love brutality and honor, and I like to see heroes rise from the ashes and kick ass. And Hacksaw Ridge gave me those things. And I really like the concept behind it. You have this guy who wants to be a medic, but he won't kill anyone and he won't use a gun in battle. And here's why I really like that. What I do when I watch movies is I put myself in that position of the character, and I imagine running into battle in real life without a gun. That would be some scary shit. And I'm too much of a coward to do that. The next one up is La La Land, a musical movie. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a dude. I like action movies. I like drama. I like despair. I like to see things blow up. But you know what? La La Land was one of those movies that really, it hit me right here. No, not in the Captain America shield, right in my heart. Because at the core of La La Land, there is a love story. And when you really break it down, it pretty much says you can have success, but you might miss out on something else along the way. Now, beyond that, you have the musical aspect of the movie, and you have these very, very intense, well-choreographed dance sequences with the actors and all these extras, and it's just things like that blow my melon. Because I can't dance worth shit. I don't know what that was. If I was Captain America, that's the kind of shit I would do. I wouldn't go save anyone's life. I would just hold my shield and flex all day. So yeah, with that said, the number one movie of 2016 is Captain America Civil War. Now this is the part of the video where I break down, and I need to tell you guys something. I don't really love Captain America Civil War. I really enjoy it. I've watched it 5 or 6 times, but this is one of those years where there wasn't one movie that really connected with me. In 2013, 2014, and 2015, I had those movies. For example, I had The Wolf of Wall Street. I had the movie Nightcrawler. Those are the types of movies I really love. But in 2016, I didn't really get one of those movies. And the reason that I'm putting Captain America Civil War in my number one spot is, well, I would sum it up to being my best theater experience of 2016. I had a really good time watching the movie. I got to shove popcorn in my mouth, watch Captain America kick some Iron Man ass. It was really entertaining. And I give this movie props because it interjected so many things into a 2-hour movie, and it didn't feel over bloated. And I'll keep it real with you. I almost put La La Land as number one, but I had to be honest with myself. I'm like, if I was bored on a Saturday night, which movie would I rather watch on Blu-ray? And I was like, Captain America Civil War. All right, so I'm gonna hold the shield because it does make me feel tough, and it's made out of vibranium. Actually, it's made out of plastic. So those are my top 10 movies of 2016. Now here's my question to you guys. Let me know what some of your favorite movies of 2016 were down below. Yeah, down there. As usual, guys, thanks for watching, and look out for my top 10 worst movies of 2016. If that video's up, well, click the annotation after this video. It's the big box. Yeah, you just click it, or I'll put the link down below. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe. That way I can see you next time.